What's going on, guys? This is the DeFi Crypto Alliance show where we're doing our best to be the bridge between our fellow real estate investors, entrepreneurs alike, and the cryptocurrency world, where cryptocurrency is the biggest opportunity over the next few years, and it's not even close. So, welcome along. We're pumped to have you on today's short show. Corey, take it away.
Absolutely. Corey Geary here, and just truly blessed to be on this journey with all you wonderful people where we're going to use that cryptocurrency as a wealth creation tool and use real estate as a wealth preservation tool. And it's been quite a wild ride, even for me and Dane. Our calendar is so booked this week. We can't find time to hardly even do the show. That's why we're coming on late. We're going to probably do about a 20-minute show. We got to go grab a lunch, and then we are on to our next call. Literally, we are just booked back to back, day to day. Dane's leaving on Thursday or Friday, I can't remember, for his next event in Vegas. Hang out in Puerto Rico because our calendar was so full that we had to split apart and take split forces and take action elsewhere. So that's crazy, which is good. It's all our bags. We're onboarding them. We're onboarding by the masses. It is Halloween, so I hope you guys are spending some time with family. Go out there, trick or treat, be safe, be careful, it should be a good day today, being Halloween. Love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate you guys being here. It's fun to have everybody. We've got a ton of you guys on this morning, so thanks for jumping in. We appreciate all of our guys joining in. Without you guys, this is what we do it for. So we appreciate you.
Absolutely.
I don't know if Corey, we were both listening. I listened. I was just in and out real briefly in the space this morning with Buck, and it was intriguing. I heard the little portion where he was talking about his discussion with the whale that just went and bought the Fame chart up. Maybe that's a good place to start today.
Yeah, he came into the Telegram and was wanting to buy. I don't know if it was 1 million or if it was like 3 million, because he saw that it was underpriced in comparison to what it was generating in revenue. And this sounds like maybe somebody who participates in the GX protocol or participates in other protocols that where produces real cash flow every day from a dividend type style cash flow. I love these type of protocols that where anytime someone comes and engages with this protocol, they pay a fee. With Fame, it's actually by the hourly, the way the fees are generated, which is kind of cool. And so we're paid those fees. There's other protocols that do the same, like Tetra is another one that's coming up, where anytime anyone goes engage with Tetra, and basically you put all these different protocols linked together, and anytime Tetra is from one protocol to the next and doing its compounding or whatever, it's automation, there will be a fee paid on every single one of those, and those are paid to the stakers of Tetra. And so it has the same kind of concept that Fame has, that Fiat has. I like these type of these protocols because it replicates the real world, right? You have a business, you go and shares in that business, and then the shareholders are getting a piece of the profit. And I like that. And being it's DeFi, there's no CEO, there's management team. This stuff is just code that lives in the blockchain. So we get in Fame, it's between the PHLP providers and the Fame stakers get 100% of the platform fees. In a real world business, you would have to pay the CEO, of the owner of the company first. You'd have to pay the management team under them. Maybe there's a board of directors, depending on the type of business, that would have to be paid. Then at the very bottom of that, you would have the shareholders. Like, for example, we talk about a lot with Coca-Cola. You can own Coca-Cola and earn a little bit of passive income from owning Coca-Cola from a dividend. But man, you're like the bottom of the bucket as far as where the money is going to, because there's so many other people that got to be paid. with DeFi and these protocols like this, man, it's amazing. You get to be at the top. You're at the top of the pyramid of who's getting paid. And so that's what's really remarkable about this stuff, and super, super bullish long term, I think.
Yep, agreed. You can see in about a period of about 2 days, it did about a 2x. It's been sold down a little bit from almost made it to 90 cents, which is pretty remarkable. And I think that, when you look at high net worth individuals, many of them understand how business works and cash flow and revenue and whatnot. And you look at something like Fame, I think this is something that will attract more big money because of these different things that it has going on. So we've been talking about PH stuff for a long time. We've been telling you guys, hope you didn't sleep on the opportunity. It is a beautiful last few days in the PH world, which is really cool.
It's cool that it's lining up with our little pump and pulse chain as a whole, right? We got a little bit of a pump in all the RH assets, and then here comes the P stuff to climb in afterwards. So once again, it's almost working like in the Bitcoin world, where you have Bitcoin that goes up first, and then that money flows over to Ethereum, and then Ethereum pulls in all the alts. And it's like, I don't know if we're going to continue that trend moving forward throughout this bull. But it's kind of fun to see it play out. So
agreed. Yesterday let's share this one. So yesterday I went into one of the 9-inch pools because the APRs there are enormous right now, and it feels exactly the same as early PulseX days, which is fun. And I made a ton of money that first month. But gosh, I felt uneasy ever since I went in last night, and I've been assessing why that is. And it's interesting to go through and your thought process. I felt a lot more comfy in the pools and PulseX because I was in assets that I believe in long term that I'm excited about holding about. I'm excited holding the Richard Hart stuff. I'm way less excited about holding the 9-inch assets. And so I had to come to Jesus moment with myself this morning, and I really wanted PX to get down to close to about, and it got there. It got to my target, 0.013-ish is what I've been looking for. I bought someone that was a little bit lower, and it's back there now. And so I was like, you know what, I'm at my target. I don't need to be greedy. And so I pulled my funds from that pool, and I bought back into the RH stuff that I like a lot.
Coming back home.
Yep, coming back home. It's
coming back home. I opened a little position over in once we talked about it in the Telegram, I went and did a little position, nothing big. Sure. I don't want to do something crazy because I want to keep all my core assets where they're at. But opened up a little bit, and I'm going to let it dribble into passive income, and then I'll convert it over to Pulse. It's dribbling in. I think it's such a small position, even if because here's the thing: if the 9-inch token just completely gets demolished, which it could, maybe it doesn't. I hope it doesn't. I hope it does well. Then no matter how much passive income you're making, it can really you can't catch up. You're not going to catch up, and so.
Agreed.
It's been holding up all right, and considering the amount of money it raised, and it's not been a bad token in general. And so maybe it continues to hold up. Maybe it continues to, do well. And I hope it does for all the guys who did back for it. I'm rooting for everyone in the 9-inch protocol and 9-inch to be very successful. I feel like it is they were to have fun to get a sell-off, which is to be expected. That's a healthy sell-off, actually, in my opinion.
Right.
And we'll see if how it does long term. That is the key now. What's the the future of this token? What's the future of the protocol? They have some pretty funny meme things going on over there. It's definitely not something you want to show your grandmother. I don't know if she would appreciate a protocol like this, but being that crypto's about, I don't know, 80, 90, maybe even more than that, 90% dudes, I think they'll like this protocol. So we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. And in fact, on that note, shout out to the, I think it's the Tang Gang, the guys. I don't know if everyone here on the show has heard, But it sounds like those guys are trying to work on a deal with some of the Playboy models that want to take back their freedoms instead of a lot of their money from what they do going to, large corporations and companies. They're looking to get their freedom back, and and apparently they're gonna do that. From what I hear from an NFT launch here on Pulse Chain, they're gonna do something with the Tame game.
I did not hear about this.
You haven't heard about this?
Oh.
And this is cool. I mean, once again, like you said, the largely the demographic in crypto is men. I mean, we all know that sex sells, and so there's something to say about opportunities and engagement of that type. It's it's cool. So shout out to those guys. I'm curious to see if that actually works out, how it does work out, and what those guys end up doing.
Yeah, very interesting. Good, cool stuff.
Mm-hmm. Frank says took profits on
maybe yesterday. He means.
Oh yeah, maybe. P-Dye
took
put
profits
back in the
on. Yes, P-Dye.
That's the game, man. I'm telling you. Every time you look at, or I should say, most of the time, at least so far, when there's a pump, the RH stuff seems to be, some of the best, if not the best performers. I think that's the play to go back into RH stuff. I bought some more Pulse X today, which, like we said from the show, I think it was yesterday. This is the first time I've been buying back in months. And it is stupid how much Pulse X I have for my dollars compared to what I got on the sacrifice. It's
wild. Yes,
it's wild.
Yes, man. Yes.
Yep, absolutely. Another interesting point. So I was talking with in our group where we talk about it here a lot. We're trying to onboard real estate investors. We're trying to help onboard business owners, people that don't understand DeFi as well as the rest of us here on the show today, or most of us. And had a conversation with a couple that joined us more recently yesterday. They sacrificed for Pulse X. They were buying Hex with me at around 40 cents last go around, and it was brutal. It was brutal to go back in there and look at the Hex stakes. They have a staking ladder that they built. They had a stake that had come due that they needed to pull, and they're like, "What's it worth?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I'll show you." And they're like, and they're like, "Oh." And we go and look at the Pulse X SAC, and they're like, "Oh." And it points to the idea that crypto can go down way more than anyone expects and up a lot more than anybody expects. And so we got in there, and I showed them the power of buying back at some of these levels, how they could significantly decrease their average buy-in. And it's an opportunity. I mean, like we've said before, buying at these levels, I really think is an opportunity of a lifetime. We're just getting started. There's life in the ecosystem. There's more DeFi to come launching on Pulse Chain. And we get to be here before most of the rest of the crowd buying below prices on RH assets that nobody thought was going to be here. And it's up to you to determine if you want to take advantage of those opportunities and how much you want to take advantage of them. And I couldn't be more bullish about the next, 12 to 18 months.
Yeah. Likewise.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So just a quick show today, you guys. This is probably a good place to end it so we can get a quick bite to eat before the rest of our day really gets into high gear. Anything else you want to mention before we jump off, Corey?
No, just that there'll be no show on Friday because you'll be out of town.
And I won't
when
be
do you
here
leave?
Thursday
Dan? You leave?
either.
Oh, you leave? Okay, Thursday you're not here.
Yep.
So this
Tomorrow.
so tomorrow's what's today? Tuesday. I'm losing days already.
Yeah, we should have we should have the show tomorrow and then be off for the rest of the week.
Okay, show tomorrow and then off the rest of the week. All right, great. Maybe we do we haven't done it in a couple of weeks because we've been gone and it's been hard because we're not here on Fridays. Maybe we do an open mic show tomorrow.
Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Since we've been ditching out on Fridays and then give the chance to everyone to come in and rap with us like we normally do, kind of like the end of our week show. So, guys, come on tomorrow for open mic day. It's a normal Friday show, but that we missed the last few Fridays. Let's give you an opportunity to come on and let's talk about anything pulse chain, anything crypto in general, anything macro, anything real estate. And we love talking with you guys. You guys are who or what makes our show a success. We thank you for everything you do in the community. And by the way, too, guys, if you didn't watch yesterday's show, go ahead and watch it. And in my comments and description, there is the amicus brief that I encourage everyone to sign. You can also find it on Twitter. It's all over on Twitter. Please sign the amicus brief. This is going to help pump our bags. It's going to help DeFi. Remember, this is a war on DeFi. We need to stop the evil three-letter agency in their tracks. They're just trying to just take us down, destroy us. Don't let them do that. Sign the amicus brief. XRP had 75,000 signatures, and it was one of the main reasons the judge did the decision they did, because they took it in consideration. Whether it's the actual thing that kind of tipped the case over, we don't know, right? I don't know if that was like, but the judge looked at it. And so, like, let's get up there. It'll be nice. I mean, we got a massive community. Why can't we get to 50,000? I don't know. I think we could do it. So please shill it, get it out there, get the word out. I see Kaisa in the comments here. Man, use your skill set to maybe clip this comment and drop in the amicus brief link. I want to see it shield all over Twitter. I want to see it shield all over YouTube. There's no reason why we can't get to 50,000 and get this thing out of the way so our bags can rocket going in 2025. So, guys, we'll see you next week. Thank you so much for everything.